Um, Donald Trump is responsible personally for 85% at least of COVID deaths in the United States. And guess what? His voters, the 74 million terrorists that voted for him, and in the first election as well, you're all accessories to his second degree mass murder campaign against your fellow countrymen. So please stop being entitled, stop being acting like you're owed something. Stop being angry that your orange Hitler didn't get back into the White House and steal the election. Nobody else sent their armed thugs to the White House to murder Congress. COVID came out first in China. Then it went to Europe. The United States, the most technically advanced country in the world, had a bozo who made mask wearing a partisan issue. He was the only person in the country. Every other Republican in the Senate, Congress, they all wore masks, except the Trump clones. He's the only person who made mask wearing a partisan issue. He's the only person who is responsible as the chief executive for the disastrous COVID response. Who said this? We have 15 COVID cases now. Soon it will be 0. 56 million some odd later, 500,000 dead later. Could you imagine if Barack Obama or Hillary Clinton was in charge and one time on TV they called COVID a right-wing hoax, like Trump called COVID a liberal hoax over and over again? There are nurses who give eyewitness named accounts of themselves, obviously not the patient, as that's confidential, where they give the patient the diagnosis that they're dying from COVID, and the patient doesn't believe them as they're in the internal intensive care unit dying. They're like, no, doc, tell me the real diagnosis. Did that person in a pandemic have a chance to defend their own life when they believe it's a hoax because some lying con man, traitor, criminal, scumbag, unqualified dope to cover for his own terrible mistakes in the COVID response tells them it's a hoax? Who killed that guy if not Donald Trump? The guy who's in the ICU denying COVID as he's dying from it. If Obama once had called COVID a hoax, one time, it would be on Fox News, Sinclair, that son of a whore who's in hell, Rush Limbaugh, be on his show 24/7. 24/7. And MAGA, you're not patriots. You're the garbage of the human species. Without you, America and the world would be paradise in a few years. Stop acting like you know shit about the economy either. Your fucking party presided over 2 Great Depressions in the last 12 years. Is that fucking coincidental? If a horde of Mongols descended and impaled all 74 million MAGA garbage in the streets, I would cheer for them and ask them if they wanted sodas and sandwiches. These people are destroying the country that they claim to love, but they don't love America. They love their own greed. They love their own stupidity. They love their own sense of entitlement and privileges. And at the end of the day, no foreign enemy times 100 has damaged America like the rural and southern trash that vote for the Republican and Donald Trump. Trump killed more Americans than Hitler. What he did wasn't even negligent homicide. It wasn't even reckless homicide. Take this from me as someone who practiced criminal defense law for a few years. What he did was second-degree murder. It was a gross disregard for a massive risk to human life that came true. It's the same thing as this bozo taking a bag of bricks and throwing it off Trump Tower in midday traffic. That's what he did. That's called second-degree murder. That isn't like drive speeding and hitting somebody. It's not negligent homicide. And every one of the Republican MAGA trash are his accessories. Thank you. End of this rant.